Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Killjoy Jake YouTube channel. It's gonna be a day, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a very, well, I guess it's been a day, right? It's gonna be a very fun night talking about horror and, well, doing something I might regret here in a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Because of Splattercast, I've been chosen to drink the forbidden Oreo Coca-Cola. I'm quite terrified, if I'm being real. Even though it says 0 sugar, I just know how sugary both Oreos and Coca-Cola are together. And I feel like this can't be a good mix. I have zero to maybe 5% faith in this beverage and how it will be. I have not been crazy about some of the other like offshoot Coke flavors, but we're gonna run it here in a sec. I do want to say hi to just a few people, and then we'll make this thing happen. What's up, Terrifier fan? How's it going? Welcome in. We got some Terrifier news to talk about too, which is so exciting. Some really exciting news, especially because we've been talking about music on the page a lot, and this is a big music update regarding Terrifier 3, and I'm very excited. We'll get into it here in just a minute. It's gonna be a fun first like 30 minutes of the stream. Let me tell you. Pro King 11 is saying Scream 7 is doomed to fail. We don't even know anything about it yet, man. I mean, you know, things are not looking great, but we know nothing about it yet. When we get some news, we'll talk. But as of right now, I'm still in just limbo. It might be doomed to fail, but let's hope not, right? Alexa is saying, when will Terrifier 4 come out? You know, I'm kind of a Terrifier fan here. Maybe October of 2026. I could actually see that being the case 2 years from now. Evil Cat, Dog, and Fish. That's a lot of evil animals. Have joined the chat. This is great to see. I'm glad that all of them are here. They're not just regular cats, dogs, and fishes too. They're evil cat, dog, and fish. I love it. Gojira fan unfortunately can't make the stream. It's all good. Thanks for dropping by and saying hey though. Checking up on your horror buddies. Appreciate that a bunch. And a few people are saying, "What's up?" What's up, fellas? How's it going? Erica, how's it going? Thanks for modding a little bit tonight. Appreciate you. Erica and I have a surprise for our little community here on Friday, so make sure to stop by the Terrifier stream then. It's gonna be very fun. Gonna be a very good time, for sure. Bill Cartwright is saying, hey Jake, long time no see. How have you been? I'm fantastic, Bill. Thanks for hanging out on the stream tonight. Appreciate you a bunch, my friend. What's up? Julian Perez is saying the Coke and Oreo isn't even bad. I don't know about that, Julian. I don't know. You mix two, like, I'm not a big sweets guy. Madison is. I know Madison loves sweets, but I'm not. I'm a savory fella myself. So mixing two extremely sweet things together, I don't know how this is gonna go. But anyways, I see a bunch of you here, a bunch of wonderful people hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you a bunch. I'm gonna say hi to more people in a second, but some people are here for a certain reason. Let's be honest. We want to see Jake drink the nasty shit. Dylan was not big on it himself. Could be good if you made it into a float. Not big on the aftertaste. See, that's what kills pop for me these days, is the aftertaste. I can't do Mountain Dew anymore, dude, because it's too syrupy for me. I'm just like, ugh, nope. I'm trying to get rid of pop, but man, like sometimes, man, you're just like, I just need a Coke. I need something. Sometimes I need some Coke. I mean the beverage. Nothing else. Anyways, let's get into this. So here we go. Oreo Coca-Cola. You're welcome, Splattercast. This is for you, buddy. It's fine. It's so fine. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like, it just tastes like Coke with an Oreo aftertaste. That's literally it. That I really thought that was going to be way worse. I've seen some reactions to this that were just insane. That were just like, people were like about to throw up and shit. It's fine. It's so mid. It's as the kids are saying, it's mid. Yeah, I mean, just it's Coke. It's zero sugar Coke with an Oreo aftertaste. That is all it is. I thought it was gonna be way worse than that. I thought I was gonna puke my brains out if I'm being real. I was like, I'm gonna have to pause the stream. Gonna have to go spit this in the trash. That's not that bad. I'll drink that. Screw it. I'm gonna drink that all night. See, y'all thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be worse. I thought that was gonna be a lot more, a little anticlimactic. I'm not gonna lie. So there we go. All right, you're welcome, Splattercast. You were not so big on the aftertaste. Maybe make it into a float. I could see that working. I could see like some vanilla ice cream working with that. Honestly, okay. Maybe if I'm feeling crazy and like I want to treat myself later or something. There we go. Rock on, rock on. Well, let's get to the horror, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say hi to a few more of our friends hanging out in the chat here. We got Josh Petrino. What's up, man? How's it going? How's it going? Josh, I hope I hope everything's good this week. You're chilling out. We know that Terrifier 3 is premiering this week at Fantastic Fest, and you do have to get the movie done before then. But but good luck to you. No pressure. That sounds like I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, doesn't it? But Josh is our beloved VFX artist who is currently working on Terrifier 3, and he's doing a great job. I don't care what anyone says. He's doing a great job. Oh, I'm glad he's here hanging out with us tonight, though. Appreciate you a bunch, man. Thank you for being. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you a bunch. Universal Disappointment is saying, hey, Jake, thank the gods you're streaming. I'm hyper cleaning the fuck out of my room. Nice. Very good. You got to do that sometimes, man. I like to just put on like a podcast or something too when I'm just cleaning up. Just make it happen. It motivates me. It motivates me a little more if I have someone talking my ear off. It keeps the crazy thoughts to the back of my brain. There we go. Good stuff. Brandon at the movies is saying, what's up, Jake? That Oreo Coke I dug. I just think of it as a dessert soda. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's kind of fucking with me right now. You might hear some burps. Nothing I can do about that. Apologies. But yeah. It's fine. It's so fine. Davey Deathray is saying, oh no, you're drinking the Oreo Coke. Evan challenged me to give it a shot, so gulp. Time to bite the bullet here later tonight. It's fine. It's just zero sugar Coke with an Oreo aftertaste. I really thought it was gonna be worse. Like, it's just the aftertaste is Oreo. That's it. Nothing too bad. GND Aaron YT, what's up, fella? How's it going? Hi, Jake. Queso played FNAF 2, so why not include him in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 film? Sure. Why not? I love Queso. Is great. He's fantastic. Love him. Very, very funny streamer. Big fan of his. Faith Dorn. What's up, Faith Dorn? How's it going? Saying, hey, Jake, hey, chat. Hope everyone is having a great Monday. Same to you, Faith. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Hope you're excited to talk a little bit about horror tonight. If it's Terrifier, if it's Scream, if it's Smile, those are the hot commodities, right? But I'm also down to talk about weird shit, too. We got into Zombie the other night, like the score for Zombie, because I just, oh, man, love that movie a bunch. So it was nice talking about that. Layla White, what's up, fella? How you doing? Jake, I saw the theory video, not the full one yet. Yeah, it's an hour long. I don't blame you. And I had my own conspiracy of Art is Sienna and Jonathan's dad. That might explain why Jonathan is obsessed with killers. He's Art's legacy. I could see it. And I do think the dad has some kind of involvement with Art the Clown. But if you watch today's video in full, which is, it's a ridiculous ask. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, anyone who watches that thing in full gets a gold star from old Jake. But I dive into this. I talk a lot about theories and like, especially who the dad is, how that's gonna play a role in the new film. I kind of covered all my theories, like all my big theories in this new video today. And kind of polished over them a little bit. Like, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, that part's not, that part from this video from 10 months ago obviously doesn't work now because we didn't see the trailer then, so we didn't know about this, we didn't know about that, whatever. So I made some corrections and kind of like reconstructed my theories based on what we know now in the modern age of Terrifier 3 knowledge. But it was fun. It was a really fun video to do. I've been meaning to do that one for like I had that idea like a month ago. And just rocked it out today. So enjoy that one. Check it out. See what corrections I made. The first one is hilarious. Like, everything's wrong. I was like, that's wrong. This is wrong. And we went through some corrections. It was a good time. Graveyard Key, what's up, fella? How's it going? Thanks for being a channel member. Just popping in the middle of Jake's Terrifier 3 old theory video now. Now I don't know what to think. There's some good stuff in there. There's some fun stuff in there, Graveyard Key. I appreciate you for watching that, though. Thank you, thank you, thank you. APVR is saying, hello, I'm here. Let's talk horror. I'm glad you're here, my friend. Our VR friend. That's AP. Like isn't that like an advanced, that means like advanced skill set or something? You're not just regular VR. You're AP VR. I'm graduating higher, bro. Summa cum laude. Get wrecked. I don't even know where I'm going with this. CM Chunk is hanging out with us tonight. See, sometimes all you gotta do is change the subject and you don't sound like an idiot. I learned that the hard way. CM Chunk is with us tonight, though. Thanks for being a channel member, Mr. Chunk. Saying there's also Coke-flavored Oreos. What? Are you fucking serious? I gotta get those. I have to do it. Dang it. The next stream, I'm gonna have to get that and wash it down with this. Lord Almighty. This is rough. Was yours cold? I heard that makes it taste better. No, it's about like room temperature now. I probably should have kept it cold, but I did not. What's up, Jake? I didn't know you were shedding blood on stream today. I like to do that. I like to bloodlet. It's one of my many hobbies. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Josh Petrino is saying, finally saw Romulus. Would love to chat about it sometime soon. Also saw a pretty cool short film we should talk about too. Oh yeah? Oh, pretty cool is not a bad review, so I'll take it. But absolutely, my friend. Yeah, we'll have to get on a call here soon. I might, you know what? I don't even care. I was gonna go see a movie at like 9:25, but fuck it. Let's rock and roll. Give me a call right after this, my friend. That would be fun. That'd be a good time. But I gotta know what you thought about Romulus. I really enjoyed it, so I'm curious what your thoughts are. You're also saying apparently Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey has Halloween Horror Nights style houses, like legit IPs. We should go. What? No way. They have like actual like movie things that it's based on. That's awesome. That's really cool. I gotta look into this. I haven't even heard about any of that. No way. I've never been to a Six Flags either. Not one time. My girlfriend has rubbed that in my face a few times. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to look into it. Lollipop Sanchez, what's up, my friend? How's it going? Thank you for being a member. Saying, sup, Jake, have you played Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted? We're getting a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's comments tonight. That's really interesting. I'm about to dive into Five Nights at Freddy's as soon as I get going with the gaming channel. I brought this up a few times. I wanted, like, pretty much in November, it's going to be gaming channel city, baby. I'm going to try to get a video up there pretty much every day. I like, Dead by Daylight's kind of been like the game I revolve around recently, but I do want to get through some of the Five Nights at Freddy's because, man, I haven't played like most of them, dude. I've only played like the first two, I want to say. That's about it. Like, I saw some gameplays, of them like years ago, but man, some of them I would love to go through because it's been a minute. Corey's hanging out with us too. Corey's in the house. What's up? What's up? Getting my Terrifier Christmas glasses this week. That's exciting stuff. You can get those right now, by the way, Terrifier fans, just so you guys know. You can there's like some kind of like, I want to say it's like an Etsy, or some kind of shop, whatever, and they're only like $10 or like with shipping, I think. So I got to get mine for the premiere. That's gonna be fun. Nightmare Files is with us. What's up, Nightmare Files? How's it going? You asked me how's it going first. It's fantastic. I'm fantastic. I'm having a wonderful Monday. I have Oreo Coke. I have a cup of black coffee in a Ghostface mug at that too. So I mean, how could it get better? Truly, how could it get better? That is still so hot. I made that like minutes before the stream. Burnt my tongue a little bit. Well, that's why we got the Coke, right? I love that. This makes me happy, actually, more than anything. Josh is saying, regarding your theories, you're right about some things, dead wrong about some other things. This is good. Like, I think some people make theory videos and they're like, I hope I'm right. I honestly hope I'm wrong. Like, I've done a lot of educated guesses. I've done a lot of like research, watching behind the scenes stuff and all this and that. And yeah, no, I hope I'm wrong. Honestly, I hope I'm wrong about everything because I want to be completely surprised and completely blindsided by whatever ends up happening in this. So I'm so excited to find out what I nailed, what I didn't. I'm so here for it. I can't wait. I even brought up in the video today. I can't remember when or which video that I was commenting on, because there is updates. Like, it's not just repeat videos. Like, I also kind of talk about like what's wrong with this. Do I have a booger in my nose? Wait, for real? I saw someone say, dude, you got a booger in your nose. I don't think I do. I think you're fucking with me, but that's really funny that I fell for it. But anyways, getting back to this, I actually made a point of saying, I don't think we're going to be looking at Art the Clown or like any of the entity characters as like demonic like infections, kind of like how it was pitched from that deleted ending from Terrifier 2. Josh, obviously don't confirm this in the chat. but I think it's going to be more of like a possession thing. That was a big thing that like watching some of those old videos back, I used to say like, oh, it's kind of like Art the Clown infects people. That's why Victoria's like evil now and shit. And I feel like it's more of just like the entity can possess people with lowered spirits. Like I feel like that's more or so the way that they're leaning now, because they did delete that ending where Art the Clown was like more of like a virus, more of like a tumor or whatever. Something similar to Malignant. They had to delete that. So I imagine they updated the lore in the same vein. I make a big point of that in my new video today. I thought it was smart, but maybe it's just me overthinking things again like I always do. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's up. I can't believe I'm not gonna, I don't even know if I should read all that, saying I don't know why nobody told you that I don't have a booger in my nose. Well, you know what? We all got boogers in our nose, because that's where they belong. That's where the boogers live, my friend. Anyways, Timothy Meads is hanging out with us saying, what's up, Jake? How was your day? Almost time for Art the Clown Day. It's almost, we're almost there, baby. We're nearing the end of September, kind of. We're past the halfway point, at the very least, right? So that's exciting. I can't wait, dude. I'm so hyped for to see this thing in theaters. I have tickets for Thursday night. I have tickets for Saturday, I believe, as well. And I think I'm gonna go Sunday too, because I'm dying. I'm dying to see this thing, man. So hopefully, and by the way, it does premiere this week at Fantastic Fest. If any of you get to go, first of all, I'm so jealous, and I'm so happy for you at the same time. You know, no anger at all there. Totally kidding. But if you do get to go see it, please don't put any spoilers in these streams or chats or nothing like that. I will be very sad, and I'm sure the community will be very sad too. So, so don't be doing none of that past Thursday. Would appreciate that. Professor Strangefinger is the one who got my booger earlier, saying, "Boo! Jesus, I'm so scared." I can't believe you'd put that in the chat, if I'm being real. I'm terrified. I'm unsettled. I'm just kidding. Paula Fitzhenry is saying, with all due respect, that sounds gross. The Coke-flavored Oreos, I mean. That you don't have to say with all due respect. You know that everyone's opinion is validated here, as long as you're not being a jerk. And that's all good. Because, yeah, I mean, it's not great. I mean, I'm not raving about it. It's not, like, as terrible as I thought it would be, though. Because I have had Pilk. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but, like, Pepsi milk. That's bad. I don't know. That's kind of gross in my opinion. But I was kind of thinking it would be like something along those same lines, like really creamy Coke. And I'm just like, ew, not into that. Not into that at all. EastVR is saying, I sent you a trap deleted scene on Twitter. It brings more horror to the film. I think I might have been one of the only people on planet Earth to love this movie. It was so much fun. Oh my God. I've seen like, man, I don't know. Maybe I'm a contrarian or something, but I've seen reviews of this movie where people are saying that was the biggest waste of time ever. And I'm just like, what? I had so much fun. I had an unbelievable amount of fun with that movie. I was on the edge of my seat. I was cracking up. It was so ridiculous. That to me is great, like over the top, movie feel. I don't know. I could get into that one. It didn't feel like, I've heard so many people say like, oh, it's only like it's so dumb, like how could anyone take this seriously? And I'm just like, who's trying to take that movie seriously? It's so insane. It's so over the top and ridiculous. I'm pretty sure it's a horror comedy. There's no way that's supposed to be taken straight, just a straight laced serious movie. I had a very fun time with it though. It is so much fun. I don't want to spoil it if you have not seen it, because it goes places that I genuinely wasn't expecting. But I had a very fun time. It's up there in terms of 2024 horror for me. So. Do I listen to Ice 9 Kills? I almost forgot about this. Thank you, Bill Cipher fan. Yeah, so we have a big Terrifier 3 update today that I'm just like, I just totally skimmed over because I'm just so excited to talk and be on stream. It's awesome. But yeah, so Ice 9 Kills announced recently that they're doing a music video for Terrifier 3 that features a new song from them. And like in the music video, Catherine Corcoran and Leah Voicey from Terrifier, like from Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2 will appear in it. And also Shavo from System of a Down is on the track, which is so fucking cool. I love System of a Down with like my whole damn heart. One of my favorite bands of all time. God, I need them to make more music. Oh, but it is so cool that we're seeing this collaboration happen there. I cannot wait to hear the track. Apparently, it's coming out with the movie. I think is what I saw. Like it's actually going to be in cinemas with it on the 10th. Maybe I'm getting that wrong, but I remember reading that just being like, what? That's crazy. So very exciting stuff. I love Ice Nine Kills. I can't wait to see what this is all about, man. It's going to be fun. Megalopolis looks interesting to watch in theaters. I've heard it's a train wreck, but I'm gonna check it out nonetheless. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what this is all about, man. I love when movies are weird, and this one looks like it's gonna be weird. Did I watch Terrifier 3 early? Dawson's Creek? No, but I wish. I fucking wish, man. That would be so cool. I would absolutely love to see that one early if I could. It would be a great honor if I'm being real. I got to see a lot of movies early, but would be sweet to see that one in particular. The IP houses for Six Flags are Saw. Oh my god. You don't even have to tell me the rest. I'm sold. Saw is one of my favorite franchises ever. The Conjuring universe, Trick or Treat, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Army of the Dead, Stranger Things, plus there are original houses. Wow, so they got their own like Halloween Horror Nights just lined up here. That's awesome, dude. So some of these are I'm trying to think like who owns a lot of these properties, because like Saw's Lionsgate, Conjuring is like Warner Bros. So it's just a bunch of different places that they were able to license out. That's really interesting. No, I love it though. Rock on. Oh my god, we might have to make it out to one of those because that's so dope. The Saw house especially, I would love to go through because it just does it for me. It does so much for me. I can't even explain. I love that franchise to death. There's only one Saw movie I'm just not crazy about. I love them all. Zigzag, but with a K, is saying, what's up, Jake? You heard about Ice Nine Kills doing a music video song for Terrifier 3. I have. I'll be talking about it in a big video tomorrow in much more detail, but I am talking about it a little bit off the top of my head right now because I think that's fun. So, yeah, no, I'm so hyped up. That's so cool. Ice Nine Kills, they have been a very integral part of like just the horror community for the last couple of years, and I think that's great. I love their Silver Scream album and all that. It's so much fun. So I'm excited to see what they've done for Terrifier. I think that's going to be dope. We actually got to watch Evil Dead Rise in 2023 with Spencer. What's his last name again? I always forget. I'm not fresh up on my on my Ice Nine Kills lore, but we got to see it with Spencer. He was there with David Howard Thornton and like a bunch of other people. It was such a good time seeing that one early. But it was cool that it was like, oh my god, that's Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. He's very recognizable face if you've ever seen him. So it was dope. No, it was awesome. Very cool stuff. So I'm excited to see what they end up bringing to Terrifier. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Kabil, what's up, fella? How's it going? Do you think the girl in Smile 2 is gonna survive? Also, I hope Sienna will survive against Art the Clown this time too. That's a really great question because Smile 2, I think the one thing I'm uncertain about at this point is the ending, but pretty much everything else I know beat for beat what's going to happen. I'm leaning towards yes, she's going to survive because I think all those shots with Drew Barrymore that we got in the latest trailer are from like a denouement, the end of the movie after our climax has been resolved. Or has it? If you catch my drift. That's how I think the movie's going to end. It's going to be like, oh, she figured out a way to stop it. And that most recent trailer pretty much gives away how they're going to stop it. I won't say. That's where I'm going to hit the pause button because I've never been so sure of how a movie's going to flow in my life, which makes me kind of sad, but I'm still going to see this one and I'm sure it's still going to be good. But I imagine, yes, she's probably going to make it, but maybe there's a little tease for more at the end, right? Parker Finn has been announced to be attached to some new projects, including a remake of Possession from like early 1980s. If you guys have ever seen that movie, very weird, obscure horror flick from like the early 80s that stars Sam Neill, which if you haven't seen anything else with him besides like Jurassic Park, it's one to put on your watch list. It's a weird one. It took me a few tries to really get through it, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't want to say any more than that. Definitely a movie you want to go into blind with a lot of patience. But rewarding nonetheless. ASMR Nocturnal is saying, Jake, hot take, but for real, you put Michael and Jason in a room together, who's walking out? I'm always saying Jason. I don't care. I love it, ASMR Nocturnal. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd agree with this. I think, yeah, I'd lean towards that. Jason and Michael are just like so similar in terms of like I don't even like lore. They're totally different, right? Because Michael's a little more mysterious than Jason. We kind of have Jason a little. Well, I guess Jason is kind of mysterious because his lore is so uneven. But Michael is a little more carefully crafted, right? Jason was a child at one point, and then magically he's an older man between two movies, where it doesn't seem like a lot of time passes. So I'm not 100% sure. The lore in Friday the 13th is not anything I really ever care about. I just want to see a big old dude in a hockey mask stabbing people in the face. I'm a simple guy. We watched part 3 on Friday the 13th, and that was so much fun. Part 3 is ridiculous. It's super silly. It's a great time. But yeah, I could see Jason winning that fight, though, just because we have seen Michael definitively die on screen. I guess we have with Jason too, right? But he always comes back in like the most ridiculous ways. Not Michael, not so much. I mean, sometimes it's really ridiculous, but we have seen a definitive death for Michael on screen where it's not like not a tease for more. So that aids that argument, in my opinion. Let's get moving here though. I want to get a little caught up on the chat. Pepsi milk sounds super gross. Don't try it. It's no, just 0 out of 10. What's y'all's favorite Halloween candy? That's so tough, man. There's so many good ones. They're all good. They're all good. I love Twix bars though, man. The cookie, the caramel, the chocolate. I mean, it's everything you could want. It's great. Great stuff. Screw RC Percussionist is saying thoughts on Blink Twice if you have seen it yet. I'm going to try to go after this stream. I'm dead serious. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. I would like to. There's like a 9:30 showing. I think I'm thinking about doing it then. We had a wedding this weekend. It was crazy busy. I have not had time to rest at all. But sleep is for the weak, as they say. And that's my current motto right now. I don't know if that's a good motto, but it's one I'm following. It's a philosophy I'm behind. Don't give Francis Ford Coppola money, pedo financing scumbag. I have heard this about Francis Ford Coppola. In all fairness, I don't know too much about him. I will. The teasers for that movie had me interested. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I've heard some not so great things about the fella. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll skip that one. Not really anyone that I'm like super. I'm really married to, but it has me interested though. It was like it's like this could be such a disaster. I'm always curious to see just disaster, like movies that just turn out to be absolute disaster flops. But we'll see what's up with it. San Jinx, what's up, fella? How's it going? Yes, I just had to give up with that one. I'm so sorry. How's it going, Nam? Saying, what would it take for Terrifier 3 to surpass 2 in your opinion? Does the kills have to be crazier? I don't know if they need to be crazier. You know what I mean? I think they have the potential to be crazier. Absolutely. But they don't have to be. I just want good kills. I want I do want I want it to be just as mysterious as part 2. I hope. I'm hoping for that as well. I think there's still room for improvement upon 2. I really do love Terrifier 2. It might be my favorite slasher film just ever. Like, it just does it for me in every regard, every single time. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got some great characters, kills, killer performance. I don't know. There's great stuff all around in that movie. But 3 could easily surpass it just because they have a lot more money. They have some even, stronger actors and lead performers. I really think this could be an even bigger step up to 2. But again, all things in time, right? All things in time. We'll see what's up. I hope it is. I hope it's better. I'm predicting it's better. If I was a gambling man, I would lean towards yes, it's going to be another step up. And if it is, this could be a huge explosion. This could be a huge oh man, Terrifier it just keeps getting better and better and better, which would be awesome. I would love to be rolling with that train past October 11th. Let's hope for it. Mr. Piss Taker with the angriest Garfield I've ever seen. There's no lasagna here, and holy fuck, it's Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Saying, Jake, you should come to the UK. We have a Saw-themed roller coaster. But there's Saw haunted houses at Six Flags. There's a Saw roller coaster in the UK. Oh my God. What's up with... How do I not know about any of this stuff? This is so cool. I might have to come out there at some point, Mr. Piss Taker. Might have to see what's up. ASMR Nocturnal is saying all 3 Jurassic Park movies. I agree. I love them. I love them all. The Jurassic Worlds, not so much. But the parks, fantastic. No complaints there. All three of them too. I love all of them. Jurassic Park 3 is just a theme park ride, but but just so over the top. But it's so much fun. I love Jurassic Park 3. It's great. Bring this hashtag bring the Spinosaurus back. By the way, we really need we need that fella back. Wrestling God is hanging out with us, saying, would you like to hear a theory of how Stu should come back in Scream 7? I've heard them all, my friend. I've heard genuinely all of them, I think, at this point. Grumpy Gorehound is saying, better idea, put Michael and Jason in a room with 20 plus victims. First one to kill the most and walks out wins. See, that's a totally different conversation, Grumpy Gorehound. Completely different conversation there. I don't even know who wins that. I feel like I've seen Jason kill multiple people more times than Michael. But correct me if I'm wrong there. For those who are sticklers for better sticklers for details out there than I. But I want to say, like, I'm just thinking about like Jason Lives, right? Like, I mean, he like chops them all up in like that one go. I don't know if I've seen Michael do that before. I've seen Michael take out a lot of people in a short amount of time, but I mean, that was like just one good swish. One good swish of the blade and it was over. Sloppenheimer, what's up, bro? Saying, how about an opening kill scene where Sydney or Mark come home mid-opening kill, assuming the babysitter or someone close to Sydney is the opening kill. Like kind of like the opening to like the original Scream, but like Sydney and Mark are the parents. That's kind of messed up. I'd be very into that personally. Like the baby killer, the babysitter dies defending like her kids or something. I could see that. I could very much so see that. That'd be really cool. Also, considering Kevin Williamson directing this new one, to have that parallel straight back to the original, that could be fun. I do hope that the whole movie isn't another film that's like, hey, isn't that original Scream movie so good? Because we've gotten a lot of those from this franchise lately. I'm hoping that they really commit to doing their own thing. Not everything needs to be about nostalgia, in my opinion. I think it's fun at times, but not all the time. So I hope if they were to do something like that, it would start and end with an opening scene, and that's it. Set the mood, move on with something new. Henrique is saying, hello, Jake. Hello, Henrique. How are you, my friend? What's up? Welcome in. Next Gen is saying, hey, Jake, what do you think was up with the window in Halloween Kills? I think Michael saw the evil within his eyes, like he did with Corey. I just can't read tonight. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, there's that line. Is it Hawkins that says it in Halloween Kills? Who says, like, he has like the theory of why he was just looking out the window, and he says, I don't think he was looking out, he was looking in, and all that. And that's totally what it is. He was looking back at himself and all that. I think that's just it's to build the drama, right? It's to build the drama of the situation. It's really over the top. I think what it is, it's just to say, like, man, he really is so evil. Such an evil fuck that he's got to look into his own eyes. Lord Almighty. Antonio Miller is saying, what is your opinion about the survival horror game Left 4 Dead 2? I love Left 4. Oh man, I love Left 4 Dead, Antonio. Dude, those are a blast across the board. I'm trying to think the last time I played it was like on the Xbox 360. Like, it's been that long. Like since that was popular basically, but I love those games. Those are so much fun. Fuck. I got it. My buddy Connor, I know, loves playing those. We played those a little while back, but yeah, no, those are fun, dude. Those are great. Great little, just like, you just want to shoot some zombies and run around. Left 4 Dead 2, run it. Or Call of Duty Zombies. Like, it's kind of the same vibe to me, you know? It's just kind of like, let's just run around and shoot stuff. I love it. It's fun. Ooh, this is upsetting. Coppola paid for a huge legal team to go after the family of the 12-year-old boy who was, God, mind you, of something Salva filmed, so there's no doubt it happened. Jesus, I actually didn't. I know that Coppola financed the Jeepers Creepers movies, but I did not know about that. That's fucked up. That's it's really upsetting. Jesus Christ. Well, let's bring the mood back up here. Sloppenheimer is saying they come home while the babysitter or other character is being killed. I like that. I think Ghostface has got to escape if that's the opening scene, right? But I like the idea of Sydney and Mark walking in on the babysitter dead and their kids hiding in a closet somewhere or something like that. That could be great. That actually could be something really special. So I'm here for it. Evil dies tonight. You're damn right. I love Halloween Kills, man. It rocks. The more I watch the David Gordon Green trilogy, the more I'm like, I think Halloween Kills is my favorite. I just love this movie so much. It's one of the most fun Halloween movies. I keep coming back to it. There's so many levels to it. Even if some of those levels are very dumb, I still have a great time with it every single time. So I think Kills is my new favorite of the trilogy. Next Gen is saying, I have an idea for a movie titled Dairy Free. A man accidentally drinks spoiled milk and begins to hallucinate anthropomorphic cows who want to harvest his blood. I would fund this movie just on that pitch. I'm not even kidding. I love the idea of a guy just drinking too much spoiled milk and hallucinating these terrifying things. I would love to see a short film of that. I have a crazy short film idea revolving around a fish, and I don't want to say any more than that because... but I would love to do it one day. So I love it. I love just the very out there ideas like that. Be so into that. Are you going to see The Killer's Game? I don't think I know about this one. I'm going to be completely real. The next movie that is very much so on my radar is The Substance, which I'm honestly over the moon about. The trailers for this one look insane. I'm very excited to see what all that's about. I love body horror, and it looks like it's just like right up that alley. I'm forgetting the director's name. She made a movie called Revenge a couple years ago that got a lot of praise. I want to say I heard of it, but I just never got around to watching it. So I got to watch that, and I got to see this movie. Those are my side quests this week, is hopefully to do that. See Blink twice and go see The Substance. APVR is saying, what's your opinion on Return of the Living Dead? Fantastic movie. Like genuinely a top 10 horror comedy of all time. I just watched it yesterday for the first time. Had such a good time. Dude, it is phenomenal. I feel like a lot of people just don't know about this movie, which is such a shame. 1 and 2 are phenomenal. Like, I think they're so good. And for the longest time, the sequel had like a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is so not fair. So not fair at all. The sequel is also great. There's like 3 more sequels past that are fine. But 1 and 2 are just chef's kiss. So much fun. Exactly what I'm looking for in a horror comedy. So I don't know. I'm not that picky when it comes to most subgenres, but when it comes to horror comedy, like I can't even watch most of them. I'm going to be real. They just don't do it for me unless they really find a way to strike that balance between both horror and comedy. Like they have some scary moments, they have some silly moments. Like my favorites are Return of the Living Dead, Shaun of the Dead, Cabin in the Woods. Like that's the top 3 bangers in my opinion. Those are like, hell yeah, these are the ones. These are the ones I revolve around the most. But there are other good horror comedies, of course. But I will say the majority of them I watch, I'm just like, I don't know, that just didn't work for me. But sometimes they get too silly. Sometimes they don't focus on the comedy enough. You know, and it's just like a clashing of tones is how it feels to me. But yeah, I'm very, 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 very picky on horror comedy. Jake, thoughts on the Your Monster trailer? I think it looks like it's going to be a fun movie. Dude, again, I've been so slammed these last couple of days because I had a wedding I had to go to this weekend, so it's just been focused on that pretty much Saturday and Sunday. But I have not seen this yet. I've heard good things about it. It's a new Melissa Barrera movie, if I'm not mistaken, right? So I do want to look into this and maybe cover it for. I'm doing a big update video tomorrow, so I wanted to have this involved, the Terrifier 3 updates, and some others. There's some like Friday the 13th news I wanted to get into a little bit. So I will definitely be doing a little more research on this, and I'll give you a full detailed report on it tomorrow for sure. You're seeing The Substance tonight for one of your local theater's mystery movie programs. Damn, that's awesome, dude. I'm jealous. I'm dying to see that. Genuinely dying. Like I saw the trailer for that before. I think Long Legs it was. I think I saw it before that, and I'm just like, what the hell is this? This looks so good. And doing more research on it, it's getting crazy good reviews. I'm very interested in seeing what it's all about. Cosmic Urgency is with us tonight. What's up, fella? Saying Critical Overlord says he knows who the Scream 7 cast might be. You need to find out and tell us. Well, Critical Overlord claims a lot of things, man. He's right sometimes, but, you know. That's all I'm going to say. I love Critical Overlord. He's a great dude. But it is funny that the Jennifer Kent or whoever is doing the new I Know What You Did Last Summer is constantly correcting him on her own movie. So I don't know. Does he not? We'll see. We'll see in time. But I'm excited to find out who is cast in Scream 7, if anybody at all yet. Cushy Boy is saying, are you excited for Smile 2? Me personally, I am, because Naomi Scott is in it. Naomi Scott's fantastic. I'm very excited to see what she does in this new movie. Yeah, no, I'm very hyped up for Smile 2. This is one I'm, out of the rest of the releases for the year, this is in the top 10 most anticipated for sure, for me. I really enjoyed the first one. It is a really fun, just like, it's a new take on an old idea. I have a great time with it every time. It's so silly too. Like the original Smile, I think some people didn't realize it was supposed to be silly. I think some people were going into it thinking it was just going to be straightforward, so terrifying, right? But it's so like hard to watch, silly, which like I love. I can't get enough of that shit. It almost reminds me of like a more straightforward version of I Think You Should Leave, which like I don't know. There's something about Smile, man. It's a very weird formula, but it works for me. So I'm excited to see that concept elevated and taken to a whole new level with a character who, like obviously has a lot more like money and all that, and like the situation's just going to be completely different because she's able to pull different resources and whatever. I mean, she's a pop star, millionaire. Like, yeah, of course it's going to be a different story versus the doctor main character from the first one, right? No, so I think it's going to be great. The cast is excellent. We know that there's going to be some fun cameos in there as well. Drew Barrymore, so that's cool. Gotta love Drew Barrymore. Come on now. So I think it's going to be fun. I really think it's going to be a contender for best of the year once it comes out. What's the craziest thing you'd like to see Art do? I'd like to see him use a rocket launcher or hijack some military vehicle. Jesus. Wow, I can't get over the rocket launcher there. I mean, Art the Clown with an RPG sounds like pure chaos. I would love to see what that looks like. Personally, oh my God, yeah, no, without a doubt, I can't get over that. I can see it. I can see it in my brain. Him using a rocket launcher. So someone give Damian Leone Michael Bay money and make that happen. That would be awesome. ASMR Nocturnal is saying, did you finally watch House of Wax, the remake? Vincent and Beau are fire. So I had seen it before, but it's been like 3-4 years probably since I saw it last time. And I just posted about it for the latest horror hot takes this last Friday. So Patreon members can see it like exclusively. It's part of that series. It's up there now. It came out last Friday. But yeah, I finally got to watch it. I put out a little teaser for it today. Yeah, I was pretty blown away. I really liked that movie a lot more than I remembered it. I didn't remember it going as hard as it did, I should say. It's a lot more brutal than I remembered it being. I have my criticisms. Like, I'm not out here saying it's like a perfect movie or anything. I think that the characters are just genuinely bad, but the kills and the bad guys are great. I do agree with you there. So yeah, no, I think there's a lot to love about the House of Wax remake, but my hot take for it, which I'll just say, I don't think anyone's watching those videos saying like, what's Jake's hot take gonna be on the movie? I would say it's a contender for one of the better remakes from the thousands that don't get enough love. Just like, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th remake, like I think both of those are so great. And so many times people will say, well, the thousands remakes, they suck. They're all bad. But I don't know, man. I so disagree. I think there's a lot of great remakes from that time period that are so much fun, so over the top and grittier. Like they have that like torture angle to them, because like Saw, Hostel, all those movies were super popular at the dawn of that decade. So it's cool to see. It's cool to see that applied, that little filter applied to all these horror remakes of old ideas. It's cool stuff. Drizzy Fest is saying, fantastic idea of dropping a video before a live stream. Gives us an extra video to watch after the stream ends. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I worked on that one all day, so give it a watch. It's I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot of old videos, but what I did to, spice it up a little bit is I went back and looked at some old Terrifier videos and said, well, clearly I basically kind of went back over them and said like, well, here's actually what I would say about this theory. What's great about that video is it catalogs pretty much everything I have to say about the Terrifier, like leading up to Terrifier 3, all the thoughts in my brain, but like an updated version of it. Like you guys have seen me talk about this, that, and the other whatever, but here's my thoughts on it now after we know way more about the film from the last like 4 weeks or so, based on trailers, teasers, updates from the director, yada yada. So it's I thought it was a really fun video to do for that reason. So if you're interested to see updated thoughts on some of my old takes, well, there you go. And we're keeping this a little consistent theme through the chat tonight. That's nice. Old ideas, new takes. Very good stuff. Tucker and Dale versus Evil is a brilliant horror comedy. I agree. Along with Hot Fuzz and Attack the Block. Attack the Block does not get enough love. And Hot Fuzz, I think, Hot Fuzz is almost my favorite from the Cornetto trilogy because it doesn't get talked about enough. Like everyone's like Shaun of the Dead's the best one. And you know what? It's hard to argue with that. Shaun of the Dead's a masterpiece. But Hot Fuzz, I think it's also a masterpiece, man. It is so much fun. Oh, God, it's got some great like mystery horror elements to it. It's bloody as hell. It's super action packed, and it's hilarious. Like oh my God, Edgar Wright can do no wrong. Alicia Scott is saying, Jake, what's your favorite independent horror movie right now? I mean, probably like I love what the Terrifier guys are doing, man. You know, I'm such a big fan of all that. I love the Terrifier movies. I also love what Fuzz on the Lens is doing right now. Like, if you guys saw Stream, I know some people were like, I couldn't make it out to the theaters when it was out there. But man, I love that movie so much. It was a blast. I'm trying to think what else, like, just independent wise, that I'm really vibing with. I really liked, I mean, this is like more like like indie, I guess. So that kind of works with this, right? I really liked I Saw the TV Glow. Fred Durst is in it from Limp Bizkit, which I think is dope. Gotta love him. I thought that movie rocked. That was right up my alley. Had a very good time with that. There hasn't been a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. Like most years, almost every year that I've done this, which by the way, we celebrated 5 years on Sunday, and I totally forgot to post about it. Thank you all for 5 years of letting me do this crazy shit. Really appreciate that. In my 5 years of doing this now, though, which I can say for sure, I keep saying almost 5 years. It has been 5 now. In my 5 years, I've always been saying, I'm like, man, I really just prefer a lot of the indie horror that has come out recently. But man, this year has been a big outlier. I think I've much preferred a lot of the bigger studio stuff this year over the indie stuff, which is like, you would never hear me say that. Like in 2023 or 2022, you would never hear me say that. But obviously there are some outliers to that. Stream was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. That's easily a top 10 horror flick for the year for me. I'm sure Terrifier 3 is going to change that whole conversation though. But looking back on some of the other projects, yeah, I'm just like, man, I really liked some of these other bigger movies better, which is nuts. I'm usually like so much more so into the smaller stuff, like what's going on underneath. It's usually just a lot more creative, but there's just been a lot of stuff this year that I guess hasn't worked for me. Despite I do have a lot of respect for it though. Like Long Legs didn't really work for me, but I have a lot of respect for it because it's an indie horror project that made a shit ton of money, man. That's awesome. That means that more indie horror projects are going to happen. And like I said before, I tend to like those. So I would hope to see more of those come about because of Long Legs. That makes me happy, even if that one didn't really work for me. Cuckoo was another one that I was really looking forward to, and I don't know. I wasn't really into it. Didn't really do it for me. Those were like the two big indie movies that I was very much so looking out for this year. Another good small movie that I saw this year was Oddity. I can't stress enough how scary that movie is. I think that there have been two movies there really hasn't been a lot that scared me this year, but man, the two movies that fucked me up were Oddity and Infested. Both of those were just like, like, oh my God, I can't even watch this. I'm so fucking scared. But yeah, no, those were both great. I really enjoyed both of those. They're definitely lower budget, so I'd say that's like more independent. Grumpy Gorehound is throwing $10 out there. What's up, my friend? How's it going? Thank you for the 10. Appreciate you. About my comment about Saw the other night, I like the traps too. It's the logic puzzles in the story they feel like they have to come up with to justify their next that I'm tired of. Okay, no, I do feel you there. I mean, there are some times in some of the later Saw movies where I'm just like, we didn't need a twist here. If there's any big criticism I have of Saw X, honestly, I don't think that they needed a twist. I thought it was great just how it was. It could have just been a standalone movie from, your killer's perspective, not trying to throw any weird twists there. Because, I mean, you think about it, Saw X takes place right in between the first one and the sequel, which both feature some, like, insane, probably two of the better twists of the whole franchise, like, without a doubt. I don't think it needed that, because I think the whole point of Saw X was to look at it from the killer's side of things, right? I mean, we're literally seeing a story that features Amanda before it was revealed to us that she's an accomplice. So I understand that. I understand the idea of just being a feeling like there's some forced things in there because of what the original trilogy did, right? What they did so well. So I feel that. You're actually going so far as to say in another super chat, thank you for the support, my friend, saying for me, they diminish the potential visceral impact of the kills. Like you would rather them just go all in on that opposed to trying to force some really more creative story. You know, it's tough for me to argue with that because I will say I do think the weakest part of some of these later Saw movies is that element. But, you know, again, I think there are movies where, you know, don't get me wrong, I love brutal kills. You guys know that. You guys know that better than anyone, I would think. But I don't think, you know, I don't think a movie, I'm not crazy about movies where the only draw to them, though, is just that. I will say that's the one thing I will say. I don't always, I need something more than just brutal kills, because I think we can all come up with brutal kills, but at the end of the day, why are they happening? I think it's the why that intrigues me the most about upcoming horror movies. Like Art the Clown. He's so goofy. He's cracking up. He's laughing at the most awful shit imaginable. And that juxtaposition drives me to these movies. Like, I love that. We have a really interesting answer to the question, why are these kills happening in Terrifier? In Saw, I would say it's the same. Like, why are these kills happening? Because Jigsaw has this god complex and thinks he needs to do this to these people to correct them, so to say. And I think that's so interesting. So I hope they don't lose that. But I will say, Grumpy Gorehound, again, I don't necessarily disagree with you, my friend. I don't necessarily disagree with you. I would like to just see them add in something else into that to once again make those kills have meaning and to have the story be as impactful as past storylines too. So I hear you. I hear what you're saying there, my friend. And oh my God, look at you, man. You're just the MVP tonight. I appreciate it. Grumpy Gorehound saying, I want to see a better balance between well-written stories and equally creative kills. I will say in Saw X, man, I could have used one more kill. That, again, another thing upon multiple rewatches. I'm like, we could have used one more. Like, those are all solid, but, you know, throw one more in there. That would have been kind of dope. And you know, the one in Saw X, which was like teased on the poster, right? It wasn't even real. It was like, oh man, that was kind of a bummer to start off with, but it was still cool that we got to see it play out nonetheless. So we still got the gore from it, right? And we got the idea that could happen to this fella. But it didn't. So no, I hear you. I do hear you on that one. I think that Saw 11, what I'm hearing about it is that it's going to be a very like potent in the story a lot more. It's going to have a lot to say according to Marcus Dunstan, who's writing the film. But hopefully it also has a lot of creative kills as well. Again, I think one of my favorite Saw traps, despite it not even being real, is the eyeball vacuum tube. Like, that was so fucked up. That's awesome. I don't know. So I would love to see, but I agree. I feel you there. I would love to see some more creative kills come from this franchise. Ton of fun. I love the Saw movies so much, man. They could make 10 more of them and I'd probably go see them all, if I'm being real. So, Grumpy Gorehound, let's hope these only get better. Thank you for the $10, my friend. Appreciate you. Speaking of Saw, the main thing I love about Saw X, says Ghostface, is the legend Costas Mandylor coming back and saying epic bad luck. It's the best line in all of Saw. Oh my God, it's so great. You know, I have many dreams. I have many dreams in this life, but I would love to have the most ridiculous line in a long-standing franchise. I would love to play a character who has like just the most ridiculous, over-the-top line possible, and I would do that thing justice, man. I would do that thing such justice. I don't like, you know, some people are like, I want to be a movie star. I want to be this world-famous director. I want to be this and that. No, I don't give a fuck. I just want to be that weird fucking guy in the background for 2 seconds who comes in and says some shit like this. Like, dude, Costas Mandylor, I have so much more respect for. I already loved him. He already is a legend, like you're saying, Ghostface. But then he does that? What? That's so funny. That's one of my favorite lines in Saw. Like, that, I've never lost my mind laughing so hard at something. Oh my God. Epic bad luck. It's just the way he delivers it too. Like, it's just 10 out of 10. No notes. No notes for Costas there. Cosmic Urgency is spitting some facts here. I want Catherine Newton in Scream 7. She feels very Scream. That's upsetting out of context. But yeah, no, I feel you. No, I could totally see her in one of these. I think after seeing seeing Catherine Newton in Abigail, I couldn't remember the name of that. It's literally one of the main characters' names, but I couldn't remember that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. After seeing that movie, I'm like, oh, Catherine Newton would be so great as a Ghostface killer. Like, that's all I could think about. I'm like, she would be an excellent new, like, lead killer character in one of these movies. Would love to see that. If we could. I mean, you know, make the right character Ghostface. Make who feels the most right to you the killer. But man, Catherine Newton would be so good. That would be great. I still think Samara Weaving should have been the killer in Scream 6, but it's fine. It's fine. Fine. I'm only a little upset about it. What else is going on here? Are you excited for Conjuring 4? For me, I am. Not excited for this fourth movie because the third movie is garbage. Oh, you are not excited. I read that. I thought you said, like, I am excited, and then you're like, you're not excited for this movie. And I'm like, dog, what? I mean, you know, I'm going to see Conjuring 4. That's where I'm at with it. I really do love the first two, though. I think they're a lot of fun. And some of the Annabelle movies just are ridiculous, you know? I don't know if I'm watching The Conjuring at this point because I'm taking it seriously anymore, but I'm having fun with it, man. That's... I'm for sure having fun with it. The Nun 2 was fine. Again, just not great. It was better. I'll give it this, though. The Nun 2 was definitely better than the first one, but, you know, was it standout? Holy shit. Loved that movie. I don't know about that. Yeah, Conjuring 4, let's we need to put this one to rest, I think. We need to put that franchise down at this point. We've done enough. I think the good Conjuring films are behind us, unfortunately. Erica loves Catherine Newton. I do too. She's great. She's always good in a lot of these movies. I really loved her in Lisa Frankenstein for this year. From this year, I should say. That was one of the better... I think that was one of the better horror movies from 2024. That was like the first big 2024 horror movie to impress me. And it just did not get a lot of love. Makes me sad. I feel like, yeah, again, I just feel like such a contrarian this year. I liked a lot of the big movies from 2022 and 2023, but it's a lot of the ones that bombed this year that are doing it for me, which is funny. But again, I think that's going to change here in October. Smile 2 and Terrifier 3 are definitely going to make money. You don't gotta be really super involved with horror to be able to say that, right? Damn, there's a lot of hype for both of those. So I imagine I'm probably really going to love both. So I can't wait. But yeah, Catherine Newton, man, put her in more horror movies. She's always good across the board. Not every movie she's in because she's also in Quantumania, but don't worry about it. The horror movies she's in, though, I love. Imagine Cat in the Hat horror movies starring David Howard Thornton. Oh my God. That was kind of made to be a horror movie at some point, right? The Cat in the Hat in his ridiculous suit. Oh my, it's kind of scary, right? I think that's why I liked it when I was a kid, because it almost has like a horror angle to it. The Mike Myers film. But yeah, I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see David Howard Thornton put that suit on. That'd be ridiculous. I'm not seeing Scream 7. Like, what the hell is happening? Here we go with them milking Sydney until she's 90. Hey, they're doing that with Wolverine too, man, and everybody loved that. No, but I don't know, man. I think there's at least one more Sydney story. I've been saying this for a while. I'm like, I think they can milk one more out. But I am starting to feel the exhaustion because like I feel like a big reason why I was so excited for Screams 5 and 6 was because they were taking a new angle with the story. I love Screams 1 through 4. They're a lot of fun, but like, it just feels like an open and shut case. Like, I'm just like, I don't know what else you could do with this character. We've done it. We've done it all. And I would hate to see them bring back Sidney Prescott for diminishing returns. You know, I think that would bum me out. I love this character so much. I'd hate to see her come back and like the storyline sucks. You know, that would really suck if they were to go that route. So the one thing I am concerned about based on the things we do know about Scream 7 is, I'm worried that they're not going to tell a story worth telling with a very, what's the word? Like just a very special character, right? Sidney Prescott, I think, is typically on top 10 lists for best final girl of all time. You know, to bring her back and to do something that's not worth our time, like kind of what they did with Laurie Strode recently, that would bum me out. You know, I think that would bum me out big time to see that happen to Sydney too. So I hope not. I hope that they should do one more with Sydney. I'm sorry, but you can't do a new trilogy with Sidney Prescott. Some people are like, oh yeah, let's do 3 more movies. Man, I don't know. I really don't know about that. You'd have to pull some crazy next level, like, I didn't see that shit coming in Scream 7. Like, mind-boggling, crazy bullshit out of absolutely nowhere. Some side to this character we had never seen or thought about before. To really fund the energy through a whole new trilogy. But I love Sydney. She's an excellent character. But man, sometimes you gotta move on to bigger and better things. So I'd say we do one more with Sydney, where we sunset this side of the story, close it out, and then maybe do something else with the franchise moving forward. Because if you think that after Scream 7, they're not going to make any more Scream movies, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the only way they wouldn't is if there was just like even more bad press than Scream 7 has already gotten. Like, I really think the only reason we haven't made a Nightmare on Elm Street movie since 2010 is because that last movie just got review bombed so hard. I honestly don't know why they haven't made another one. That movie, love it or hate it, the remake, which mostly is hated, had made a crazy amount of money, dude. Like, look it up. The box office for that remake was crazy. So, no, they'll be making more Nightmare on Elm Street movies soon. They'll be making more Scream movies in the future. Some of these franchises you just can't kill. But I think that there's a good and a not so great way to continue them forward. The Evil Dead franchise has it figured out. That's all I'm saying. Am I excited for Terrifier 3, Jake? Nah. No, I'm kidding. I'm very excited for it. I talk about it almost every day. So if I wasn't excited for it, I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to say. No, I'm hyped. I'm hyped up for Terrifier 3, man. I'm counting the seconds until we get down to that one. I cannot wait. Grumpy Gorehound loves The Conjuring, very nice, but not crazy about their spin-offs. I wouldn't mind seeing more just because I love the chemistry between Vera and Patrick, but part 3 definitely needed more work. I pretty much agree with everything you said there, man. I think even in part 3, although I was not crazy about the story going on there, seeing Vera and Patrick together on screen, it's magnetic. Like, I love seeing their relationship together, even if they basically treat Lorraine Warren like she's a superhero in that movie. I was like, am I watching a Marvel movie right now? What is going on? This is crazy. No, part 3 is ridiculous, but I still had fun with it. And again, seeing those actors on screen together is still so much fun. Still a great time. I miss when these characters were just like, were just regular people going into spooky houses, and like that part 3 story just got way too big for its britches, man. So I don't know. I was not crazy about part 3 either, but I do like the main story, like the 1 and 2. I do really like those. Annabelle Creation, I think, is fantastic. A big outlier amongst some of the other ones. And honestly, Annabelle Comes Home is bad, but I like it because it's so bad. Like, I think it's ridiculous. It's such a so bad it's good watch to me. The characters and the dialogue and all that are so bad, but it's kind of like walking through a haunted house based on the Conjuring universe and the Warrens' house of room of evil spirits and shit. It feels like a better idea for like a haunted house ride versus an actual full-length movie, but I'm here for it nonetheless. It's very fun. When I heard him say that I became the meme, blows a whistle. There it is. He said it. I want to become a meme so badly. Olaf the Snowman is saying, I'm here, haven't melted yet. I can't believe it, man, because it is September and it is still summer weather. I want fall to come so bad. I want to be able to put my hoodies on. I want to be able to wear a flannel and a beanie. And I can't yet. It is still like 80 effing degrees here in Ohio. Ugh, I hate it, man. So I'm shocked you haven't melted yet, my snowman friend. Saying, I heard the opening attack is going to be on Sydney. They are saying it's going to be more of a legacy sequel than 5 was. I'm actually now excited for this. See, like, I always have a lot of people coming in the chats saying stuff like that. And I'm like, I have not heard a word of this from official sources. Like, maybe that's a rumor going around, but... Y'all always fuck me up. What is legacy characters? Nev Campbell talks Swan Song. Yeah, I'm not seeing if that's official or not. I mean, if that's a rumor, cool, but someone probably made that up on Twitter, my friend. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I'm so beyond sick of Scream rumors at this point. They just keep getting, like, they keep popping up and they keep proving to be false. And I'm just like, man, I'm over it. I'm waiting for some real news to happen before I really get into Scream again, video-wise. Ice Nine Kills is making a song for Terrifier 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we talked a little bit about it maybe like 40-ish minutes ago. But yeah, no, I'm hyped, man. That announcement seems sick. The music video features Catherine Corcoran and Leah Voicey from the Terrifier films, which is so cool. Love both of them. And yeah, Chavo from System of a Down's going to be on the track, which is nuts. I'm so hyped. I'm very hyped to see what this is all about and where the song is going to be in the movie. We're hearing good things about the soundtrack for Terrifier 3 as well. We know that Paul Wiley's back to do the score, but the soundtrack itself sounds like it's shaping up to be something pretty cool. So we had Damien talk a little bit about that in previous updates. So lots of good stuff going on all around. For the love of rock, how's it going, my friend? The problem with Sydney is that Nev said she wouldn't return if Sydney was written to die. That kills all suspense of Ghostface attacking her. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't argue with that. I think there are workarounds with this. So here's what I'll say. I'll say that the workaround I can see them doing with this is that you could do another movie where it's more so like her kids are in danger and Sydney has to go and help them. So there's the suspense of like her kids are gonna die. You can do that. I mean, it's not something that I would try to push between a trilogy, but you could do that for one more movie. That's been set up in Scream 5. So run it if you want to do that. But I don't know, man. I think if they try to spread that so thin across 3 more movies, I'm going to lose interest fast. That's all I'm saying. It was clearly very exciting for the fan base to see new characters take the front spot in the Scream franchise. It's no wonder that Screams 5 and 6 were so successful and made a ton of money. So I would hope that they understand that moving forward past 7. It's not that I don't like Sidney Prescott. Great character. But I don't know if I just don't know what more story they could tell with her besides something about her family. And beyond that, I'm just like, okay, now we need to move on. This character is sacred. Let's not ruin that energy by bringing her back for countless sequels. They might bring Eeyore back in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3. I have been hearing this. I've been hearing there's some like weird side characters that Reese Frank Waterfield wants to bring in for part 3. Is it the Heffalumps? Yeah, that's what it is. I'm like, they have a weird name. The Heffalumps is what they want to bring in to be a new factor in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3. But we have a lot of really interesting movies coming out in this universe, all coming out next year apparently now. But I'm here for it. I'm here to see what these are all about. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to see a lot of these unfold. A lot of good things I'm hearing about these movies too. Cruel ZV saying hello, Killjoy Jake. It's me, the Bait Man. What's up, fella? Unrelated to what we were talking about, but there are rumors of Jason Voorhees slashing his way into Fortnitemares 2024. Do you play Fortnite? I do a little bit. I actually play as Michael Myers, believe it or not. So this is very fitting. Oh, that would be dope if he's in Fortnite. That'd be fun. I know with the Jason universe thing, they've been teasing that there's going to be more Jason stuff and video games and comic books, all this stuff, everything, literally every form of media besides movies, which is a bit of a bummer if I'm being real. But well, I'm still excited to see what this is all about. It would be cool to see Jason in Fortnite. Cool, whatever. But yeah, I would love to see a new movie more than anything for sure. Bring that on. What if the news reporter from Terrifier 1 gives birth to Art and Vicky when they die? What the fuck? How did I come up with this? I don't even know what to say to that. That's terrifying, my friend. What if Terrifier 3 is just obsessed with birthing heads out of people, just like at the end of 2? That could be fun. Kidding. Will you be hyped that TV Glow gets an original song nomination? Yeah, it deserves praise, man. That one kind of flew under the radar, which is a kind of a shame. I saw the TV Glow was moving. One of my favorite horror films of the year. Graveyard Key is saying, I'm tired of Sydney TBH, just like Laurie in Halloween. As much as I love the franchises and characters, I believe it's time to move on. And, had they made movies with them that were like truly interesting new directions with the characters, I'd be a little more inclined. Like, you did not hear me in 2018 saying, oh, I'm sick of Laurie Strode. No, I was like, this is awesome. This is a totally new take on the character for 2018 Halloween. That was great. But where it ended up going, it completely fizzled out and lost me by like the second movie, man. Another big criticism I have of Kills is that they just did not know what to do with Laurie Strode, which was a bummer. But I don't know. I would hate to see that happen to Sydney. I like her story as it is right now. I don't think we need like 1,000 more movies with her as the focal point. So I want to see Ghostface do some different shit too. You know, I mean, I really loved that we got to explore a little bit of that, even a hint of some of those crazier ideas in Scream 6. So I don't know. I would love to see more of that. Hopefully in Scream 7. If we are going to focus on Sidney Prescott again, maybe we can expand upon Mark Kincaid. Maybe we can expand upon her kids. I mean, I would even be okay with like the one of the kids growing up and being a focal point of the next movie, just so that we can move on, you know, and tell new stories. But it's so much tougher to tell a new story with a character who's been around for ages. So I don't know. I love Sidney Prescott, fantastic character. I just hope they don't ruin her, because you know, unlike the Halloween franchise, there's not like 1,000 different timelines to pick and choose an adventure. It's like what happens in Scream 7 that's timeline, baby. That's canon. That's what's happening moving forward. So I would just hate for this franchise to have a blemish on it, when personally I really like all 6 movies a lot. Even 3. Jake, I've got to ask, we've gotten Jason versus Freddy, but why is there no Michael Myers versus Ghostface? And I don't care if Michael would decimate him. Give me the fight. It would just be so hard to see a Ghostface versus movie, in my opinion. I'd like who, you know, because like who's under the mask versus Michael Myers, who we know exactly who it is, you know? It would be tough. I think if there was another like famous, you know, killer that was always different in every single movie, like, yeah. Pit that against Ghostface. That makes sense to me. But it's just kind of tough with these two characters. Jason and Freddy kind of makes sense because they're supernatural in totally different regards and planes of reality, right? Like, that's fun. That's fun to throw these two at each other. Their movies are even structured the same way. Like, yeah, no, there's a lot of reasons why Jason and Freddy have always been the two contenders for like that top spot in the horror icon realm. So it makes a lot of sense to have them fight each other. Michael Myers is tough. You know, it's tough to pit these two against each other, because I think Ghostface, you kind of have a point here too. It's like Michael would just end Ghostface, dude. There'd be nothing to it. It's a teenager versus a gigantic dude with a knife. So yeah, I don't know. I would want to know who's under the mask too, going into a movie like that, which I feel like kind of kills a lot of the suspense with the character. I don't know. It would be tougher to throw Ghostface into a movie like that, but Michael Myers in a versus movie, that could work. That'd be fun. I could be into it. I just read the other day that there was a concept pitched to have Pinhead pop into a Freddy versus Jason sequel that never got made. And I'm like, that's really interesting to me. Again, like, I think that works because he has that supernatural angle to him. But, you know, if you threw like, I'm trying to think, like, like Hannibal Lecter in Freddy versus Jason, right? That wouldn't work. That wouldn't make any sense. But that's funny. That's really funny. Princess Jasmine took a dark turn in Smile 2. That's really funny. Yeah, that's Jasmine from the live action Aladdin, man. That's so funny. Sydney is a great final girl and is honestly my favorite, along with Laurie and Sienna, but she's in too many of the films, which is why I love Scream 6, a little break, and now a fresh return in Scream 7. I hope that's what it feels like. You know, I think a lot of us are worried that 7 is just going to feel like a rehash. But I think Cruel Z, I think you could be onto something though. I think it's going to be almost kind of refreshing to see Sydney come back for 7. But I think the thing I'm more worried about is like if they were to try to start a trilogy, right? I don't want that. I want 7 just to be a standalone little final send off for the character. That's all it needs to be. So I'm hoping that's what they do, and maybe then Spyglass can move on from Scream and do something else. Give someone else a crack at the Scream franchise. That would be dope. Galaxy Production is saying, is Mirror Mirror still happening, or is it canceled? You know, I haven't checked on it. I gotta actually look this up. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I had the guys on who were making it, and we were looking at the Kickstarter. Damn. They got oh my god. So I'm looking at this. The project's funding goal was not reached on Sunday, September 1st. But they got close, man. They were very close. They were at 27,000 of their $30,000 goal. Damn, that's a major bummer. I'm glad they got that far though. That's cool. I want to see if there's any updates. A lot can happen in 7 days. We have 7 days left on the new campaign, and roughly Okay, so they had a new campaign, I want to say. I want to see if I can find this. Hang on, everybody. Wait, this is kind of a big deal. This is a big deal here. So we had these fellas on. Okay, so they made their okay, here's the deal. Sorry, I'm just reading about all these updates and shit. So they started a new Kickstarter, one for $15,000. They have 61 hours to go of this new campaign. They've already reached the goal. They're currently at 17,000 of the $75,095 of their $15,000 goal. You can still back the project. You just got to find the new campaign. It's Mirror Mirror, a horror short film. The relaunch is what it's called. I wonder if it's a different video too that they have up here, but they got fully funded in 24 hours too. Good. Okay, that's dope. That's sick. They probably had to make some sacrifices, is my guess, but they're still able to make this happen. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing what's up here. Yeah, so 15K. Okay. So they have some stretch goals though. They want to hit that 30K in the next couple of hours. So yeah, no, that is still happening. Sorry everybody, I actually wanted to know about that myself because I wanted an update on that. Might have to have the guys back on and see what's up at some point. But yeah, no, I was so happy to have Marcus, who produced Terrifier 2 on, Marcus McGill, who's currently running that project, and the director on. It was really cool to have both of them on. It makes me happy to see that their project is funded, even at a lower budget. I mean, they're still making it happen, and that's what matters. That's awesome. That's great to hear. Noah Atkinson really liked A Quiet Place Day 1, 8 out of 10, best one I've seen from the spin-off films. Like, is that just your favorite spin-off film ever? That's high praise. A lot of good spin-offs out there. But it was good. I liked it. It's up there for me. Had some fun moments. I really like the characters too. The Quiet Place movies, while I'm not crazy about all of them, they always hit on their characters. That is so important in my opinion, and the fact that all three of them do that really well, that's impressive. Across multiple directors and creatives too. It's like, damn, that's cool that all three of those consistently have great casts. So it's impressive. Graveyard Key is saying, I just want Freddy and Jason, or Jason and Freddy back on the big screen. It's been too long. My dad took me to see the Friday remake in 2009, and I've been starving for some Crystal Lake since I'm from New Jersey. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I would love to see him come back, man. I love the Friday the 13th movies. They're so much fun. My girlfriend and I, Madison, and we've been just going through them. She's seen the first three now, and we just laugh our way through them. They're so ridiculous. So I would love to see just like another really brutal one. Like I think the Friday the 13th remake is like easily the scariest one, and it's great. It's got some awesome kills, some cool moments. So I'd love to see another one like that for sure. But there is just a charm to those old movies that is unbeatable. Something about it is so much fun. Imagine Scream 7 opening with Sid and Mark out getting a phone call from Ghostface ready to attack the babysitter. So they race home, kill Ghostface, but it's not over yet. Reminiscent of 3 a little. Kind of like a fake out thing or whatever. I hear you. I hear you there. That could be fun. That could be a good time. Something like that would be cool. Like just a deviation in the format. Or the formula, I should say. That's what was so cool about 6, man. Like those first 2 acts of Scream 6 are like, I did not see this coming. Like didn't think we were going to do this shit. There's so much fun to be had in that movie because we played around with the format. We played around with like world building a little bit. What else is going on in this world outside of Woodsboro, which was so cool. So to see that being played around with in 7, I would hope for that. That would be dope. The last time Kevin Williamson penned a script for this, they were able to find that, I think, in Scream 4 a little bit. While it kind of hits the same beats as all the other Scream films before it, 4 definitely has a very different message to say and a more punky tone to it, which I love. Scream 4 is like my favorite sequel. So I'd love to see Kevin harness some of that for whatever he does with 7. That would be dope. Some brutal kills, some great chase scenes. Be awesome. Princess Castle, dude, I've been meaning to watch this. I keep forgetting. But yeah, there's a new music video from Sky Riley, who's our fictional pop star in Smile 2. I want to talk about this in my video tomorrow. There's a lot of fun little updates that came out from this past weekend that I was so busy. I had to go to a wedding, and it was just chaos. It was a lot of fun. But it was a very busy weekend for old Jake. So I'll be talking about some of these more bigger updates tomorrow, for sure. I will look into it. Do you think that Jonathan will put up more of a drawn-out fight with Art now that he's older and bigger? Yeah, that's just a funny way to describe someone. I could see it. I could totally see it being a little more drawn out. I still think Jonathan's a goner in this movie. I have no real reason to believe that, but I could just see this almost being like the Empire Strikes Back to like a big triumph in the next movie, if that makes sense. So that's why I feel like Jonathan's gonna die, because it's just gonna build up Sienna's character a lot more. That would be dope. That would be awesome, to have that fall for the character, and then her to come back in the next movie and just beat the shit out of Art the Clown. ASMR Nocturnal, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Evil Cat Dog and Fish is saying, I already know that this shower scene in Terrifier 3 is going to be even more gross than the bedroom scene in Terrifier 2. Don't know how Leone is going to come up with an even more gross kill in Terrifier 4. If anyone can do it, it's him, right? He's been able to do it a couple times now, from the Terrifier short film to the Terrifier to Terrifier 2. I think he's upped himself every single time across all three of those. So I'm excited to see what happens here. I hope that he's able to continue to do it throughout the whole franchise. That'd be a lot of fun. Would be dope. I do miss Jason and Freddy, and that's why I love the Never Hike Alone films. I do too. So much fun. Fresh, great films, and bring Jason back to the screen with an amazing costume and great kill effects. No, I agree. Womp Stomp is absolutely killing it, man. The last one especially was just that's another company that I just feel like they just keep topping themselves. The first one I liked. But the sequel was like, holy shit, that feels like a new Friday the 13th film. Like, that was awesome. So, no, I had a really good time with Never Hike Alone, too. One of your favorite shots from the T3 trailer is when he's walking besides the van with a bunch of snow falling behind him. So beautiful. It is beautiful, isn't it? Oh, man, I hope we get a lot more shots of Art the Clown in the snow, because I totally agree. This is sick. I really want to kill outside in Terrifier 3. I know that's probably a big ask, but man, it would be so dope to see him take out somebody out there in the snow. Just blood-covered snow everywhere. It's satisfying, man. There's something about slashers and snow. It just does it for me. Layla is saying Terrifier is such a good trilogy because you don't know who to cheer for. We have Sienna, who's the badass final girl of the last 10 years. Then we have Art, and he's just an icon and super funny. I agree. Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, Sienna is without a doubt one of my favorite final girls of all time. So fantastic. And of the last 10 years, yeah, she pretty much tops that list. So no, rock on for sure. I'm excited to see what else they do with her character. I know we've been talking about Art the Clown a lot, especially on these streams, but I'm excited to see what else they do with the final girl, Like, I'm excited to see what that storyline is going to be all about in this new one. Would I want Leone to take on an already known franchise and requel it, or do a totally new original project after he's done with Terrifier? I'm leaning towards new original for sure, but I would love to see him. He's talked about wanting to do Friday the 13th. That would be so cool. I would not be against a new Friday the 13th from Damien. That would be dope as fuck. I would just love a new Friday the 13th, but then if you told me we're throwing Damien Leone at it as the writer-director, I'd be like, okay, rock on, dude. Rock on. Let's make it happen. I'd be so into that. What else is going on here? Ladies and gentlemen, I am getting like the craziest headache. I am so sorry. I might have to wrap this up soon. That video just kind of took it out of me today. It was it ended up being like just a little more work than I thought it was going to be. Just going through all that and fact checking and stuff. I'm just like, whew, my head. I'm all dizzy and shit. Hey, yo, they could have it be that Michael versus multiple people is Ghostface. So it's one entity versus an army of people. And Michael is surrounded. So he has like a superhero moment and just annihilates the lot of them. That could be fun. There you go. There you go. That's absolutely insane, Ghostface. You're literally Ghostface. You like I'm shocked that you want this of all people. That's very funny to me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, everybody, I think I gotta sign off. I'm so sorry. I hate signing off early like this, but I'm just like, whew, it's been a day. It's been a lot of running around and making shit happen today, but we're good. We're chilling. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out on the stream tonight. Thanks for watching my new video today. And I will have a big update video tomorrow. So much love to you all. Thanks for being here, everybody. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Thanks for watching me drink the Oreo Coke. Peace out.